right, Black and White Network supporters. Well, you know, if you've been watching this channel long enough, if you've been following myself and John long enough, you know he's always going to be a little more Anthony Bryan Logan. I'm going to be a little bit more Hodge Twins. I'm just never going to be as serious as maybe I should be. I'll talk about serious issues, but if I can figure out a way to make a joke out of it, or make light of it, or make fun of some Democratic D-bag, I'm going to do it. That's just what I do. That's just what I want to do. And, well, some of these headlines, they sort of make fun of themselves. Like the fact that the head climate foot stomper, fit thrower, John Kerry, had a little climate lecture in Dubai. And while he was there, he decided to stink up the place with methane. Yeah, he decided to stick up the place with methane. He was caught on a hot mic. Oh, hot mic. Oh, this shit writes itself. He was caught on a hot mic farting it up. That's right. Just as poot-scooting boogie as he could possibly be. He was out there cutting a rug in two, so to speak. That's dancing. Nah, who cares? There he is. There's a sorry sack of ass sitting in a chair right there. And don't worry, there is video to this. Oh, man. I saw this and was like, this is like shooting fish in a barrel today. It really is. Post-millennial. Yeah, I don't think there's a T in that, but I just put one in it. President Joseph Biden, I use that term loosely. President Joseph Biden, climate envoys John Kerry, was called out for creating his own wind power at the climate change conference in Dubai this weekend. Guys, keep in mind, cows and methane, cows farting and belching, and farting in general. There you go. Hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane are all produced in the gut. And flatulence happens. That's right. Do you fart out methane? This is a question right here. It's 3 kinds of gas, it looks like, combined with hydrogen sulfide and ammonia in the large intestine. Wow. Okay. So all that's in the large intestine. Keep in mind, I think it wasn't that long ago that Denmark or Norway or one of these radical left places where they basically went after a bunch of farmers, they were going after the fact they were trying to stop them from farming cattle because the climate change activists were after them over cows farting, if I remember correctly. My wife's laughing. I mean, there was almost a war over it, if I remember correctly. I kid you not. They did not. They were pissing and moaning and crying over cows farting. All right. Well, we got John Kerry farting. I got a question. If he was in Dubai, did he take a canoe? Did he paddle his old butt over there? Because I'm willing to bet if he took a cruise ship, it probably had something that gave off. If he took a private jet, no, hypocrites anybody. Did Leonardo DiCaprio go with him? Just wondering. While discussing U.S. policy on coal power plants and calling for them to be eliminated, Kerry appeared to admit his own noxious gas. Oh, and guys, I'm going to play this like 4 times in a row just so you can hear just so you can hear that in the mic. When you hear that, and when you hear it, there's no mistaking. Let me make sure all my volumes are up. Okay. I think we are good on the fart front. Yeah. John Kerry, go.
Here is really sounding the alarm bell. I find myself getting more and more militant because I do not understand how adults who are in position of responsibility can be avoiding responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis.
Did you right around the 33-second mark, and her face tells it all, folks. Her face tells it all.
Responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality.
Oh, look at her face and a 33-second mark, right? Oh, look at her. Is she smelling her finger? That's not your finger you're smelling right now, lady. That's John Kerry's fart.
They can be avoiding responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is that...
Oh, so you can very obviously hear the... You can hear that. He's giving a climate speech while exuding methane gas and whatever else was in there. Let's go back. Hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane. So John Kerry is producing pollution into the atmosphere as he's literally talking about pollution. Yeah, in case you're wondering what he actually said, there shouldn't be any more coal-fired power plants permitted anywhere in the world. He added, if I was president, I'd be like, I am pushing the red button that reenacts everything involving oil and coal. Let's just, and it'd be on right there. Everything's reenacted. Keystone Pipeline, all the guys would go back to work. Everything would start running like a well-oiled machine. Oh, the climate folks, their heads just started spinning. I find myself getting more and more militant. I do find that rather interesting, and I did pick up on that wording. You find yourself getting more militant over climate change? Now, we can't take this as a joke, folks, because let's be real. How many of these activists have we seen out doing something destructive to different properties out there, showing up at sporting events? Didn't a bunch of paint get thrown on some paintings at some museum overseas, some original museum works of art? And it was climate activists that did that, by the way. Yeah, they're as crazy as Hamas supporters almost. I find myself getting more and more militant because I do not understand how adults who are in a position of responsibility can be avoiding responsibility for taking away things that are killing people on a daily basis. This guy is a joke. This guy's a total joke, yeah. But that is when the sound of toxic emission can be heard through the microphone. Users on social media were quick to point the finger at Kerry. John Kerry farts at the 34-second mark into this clip, and no one is talking about it. Yeah. Luckily for the toxic polluter, the crowd began applauding. At the time of the crop dusting, very good, post-millennial. Crop dusting, I like what you did there. Kerry was sitting with Becky Anderson, the finger smeller we saw, managing editor of CNN Abu Dhabi, and executive director of the International Energy Agency, Fatih Birol. That's J.R. Ewing losing it over the dogs outside. Anderson can be seen in the video of the event quickly turning her head to the side and covering her mouth with her hand. She didn't want to actually let the fart come into her mouth. Do you think she was like, and she's like, the air doesn't taste right now. The air tastes funny over here. Kerry continued, seemingly unaware, and the reality is that the climate crisis and health crisis are one and the same. On Saturday, the United States pledged to transition away from coal-powered plants, aligning itself with 56 other countries in a collective effort to break free from significant role coal plays in contributing to global warming. Stop it. Once again, let's just throw in the fact that we're trying to become more and more globalist every day, and that climate change crap is all about that, but that's obviously not the story here. It's the and it's the, yeah, she was like, Is that me? Is that me I smell right now? Is that the air tastes funny? Is Gorlock the Destroyer in here? Because the air stinks. And the air tastes bad all of a sudden. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. There will be people subscribed to this channel, I promise, that will unsubscribe over this video because A, they'll be offended by farts, or B, they'll be like, he's not serious enough. Okay, see ya. Tell me what you think. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.